What's up? This is Sunny here, and in today's video, I'm going to show you how to maintain your faith in your manifestation while on the journey towards the manifestation, okay? And we're going to be talking about it Neville style, so let's go. Maintaining faith, maintaining that firm belief that you will have what you want, right? Having that firm belief in your desire is such a crucial part of creating the life you truly want to live. And so, after you watch this video, I'm doing a free workshop right now that's also going to expand on what you listen to in this video, creating the life you truly want to live. How to create that and how to go about that process with faith. So make sure to watch that after this video. But in today's video, I wanted to mainly talk about this concept of faith and how to maintain it throughout this journey. Because sometimes you get challenged with all sorts of obstacles that are proving to you otherwise. They're proving to you, no, you will not have this. No, look at your life. These are the facts. This is reality. And so we get caught up in that. And then as soon as we kind of give it too much attention, we have lost it. We have lost our vibration. We have lost our, Neville always says, to manifest something, you have to be coming from the vision, from the state of your imagination, and dwelling within that state throughout the journey. And as soon as you start to give too much relevance to all the obstacles outside, the facts outside, we lose ourselves completely. So I want to read you a quote from Neville. And it's quite kind of a long quote, but it's really good. So just one second. He says, "I ask you, are you really keeping the faith? Do you always turn to your imagination? And no matter what happens, do you remain faithful to the state imagined? If you do, you have passed the test. But if every little rumor, doubt, or fear can move you around like a pawn on a chessboard, then you are not keeping the faith. It's entirely up to you. Are you testing yourself or not? Can you say within yourself, I always turn to my imagination when confronted with a problem and solve it there? Then I remain faithful to that imaginal act. If you can, you have passed the test. It's just as simple as that." So there lies such a big key to manifestation. And, talking about creating your own reality, I always break it down into 3 stages. Stage 1 is when the desire is just conceived. Maybe you're going through an experience that you don't really want. And you're like, why am I going through this? But through that phase, you also realize what you do want. And so that's when the desire is born. That's stage 1. Now, stage 1 also is you're going for it now. You've decided that this is what I'm going to have. Okay. So the desire is born and you've decided that this is what I want and this is what I'm going to make happen. Now, stage 2 is now you're on the journey to making this happen. You're taking action on it. You're visualizing it. You've decided to have it. And now certain obstacles start to present themselves and they start to challenge you. Let's just say your goal was to, be financially abundant and have this new job that you really want. And now something happens, these new random bills come up, you get financial troubles, you lose all your money or something like that. And so the facts are always saying to you, no, this, your desire is not possible. Stage 2 is when you truly get that test. It's not that the universe is testing you to let's see if he's going to pass this. It's not out of spite or anything like that. But it's always it is kind of a test to our determination, to our faith in our desire. So it's almost like the universe kind of being oh, do you really want this? Think about it like a safety mechanism built into reality. Otherwise, anything you visualize would just poof and come up. And if that was the case, your reality would be very chaotic if you just got everything that you thought about or visualized. Because think about it, you imagine countless negative things too every single day. So stage 2 is when we have to get through that phase and maintain faith in our manifestation until it is actually manifested, which is stage 3, when your desire finally manifests, and then whatever, happens after that. So Neville asks, are you truly staying faithful to the state imagined? And the way to do that is to know that in stage 2 of manifestation, when all of these things are coming up, literally proving to you why it is not possible for you to achieve your desire, you have to realize that that is not reality. You have to stop believing in the reality of those obstacles. Those obstacles are just like smoke and mirrors. You know why? Because they literally when you go for a new desire and you're now imagining it and you're trying to live that reality, bring it to life. all of your limiting beliefs that you're holding right now subconsciously that are not in alignment with that new reality are going to present themselves. How? They're going to present themselves as physical manifestations that reflect those limiting beliefs. So let's just say you losing your money, or having some financial hardships. Those are just reflections. They're not reality. Yes, on the physical, they seem so real, but they're not necessarily like real ultimately. They're just reflections of your internal limiting beliefs. And those limiting beliefs have to be transcended before you can actually manifest that reality. Because those limiting beliefs are not in alignment with your new vision, right? Of being fully abundant and having that new job, let's just say. And so you can't take those limiting beliefs with you to this new place, to this new reality. And so the way we have to transcend our limiting beliefs when they present themselves in physical reality is not validate them. Because think about it, any obstacle that ever pops up in your life, you validate it with your attention. You give it everything. You give it so much validity and reality. You're like, oh my God, like, what am I going to do now? And you get completely lost in that state, the state of conflict, rather than staying faithful to the state that you have imagined, your vision. And so through this stage of manifestation, stage 2, you have to stay faithful that yes. You have to stay in that yes energy. That yes, doesn't matter. The bigger picture is still manifesting no matter what. It's because I have imagined it. It's because I've decided to have it. And I'm moving forward towards it. It's unfolding through me moment by moment. I'm coming from it. And when these obstacles come up, deal with them. By no means am I telling you, don't deal with the problems, because they're gonna present themselves as very real and solid, right? But don't lose your sense of self in them. Don't identify with them. Don't believe in their reality. Believe them to be smoke and mirrors, because that's all they are. And they will vanish just as fast as they came into being, because you'll be remaining true to your state, to your imagined state, your vision. I've noticed this multiple times, every single part of my journey, just when I was about to start my own business, I faced countless obstacles, countless people even questioning me. You may experience like your friends or your partners like questioning you or like kind of saying negative things to you, all reflections of your limiting beliefs. I noticed that as soon as I was going to start a YouTube channel, all negative beliefs reflected back to me. I noticed that when I was kind of like trying to upscale this entire operation and everything like that. Every single time I've tried to do anything in my life that has required me to step out of my comfort zone, my limiting beliefs have presented themselves to me. It doesn't matter if it was a money goal. It doesn't matter if it was like YouTube, making my own business, even like personal things, like in terms of relationships. Always your limiting beliefs will present themselves to you in every stage too. And you have to have the faith in your desired self, in your vision that you have claimed, through which you remain in that state and keep just placing one foot in front of the other. So I know it can get difficult and it's hard to not lose yourself in the obstacles when they present themselves, but you have to just know, have that knowing. Like this is where you can truly test your belief in reality. Here you can test, do you truly believe, oh yeah, my imagination is real? Or do you truly believe that my physical reality is real? I always say imagination is the truth, whereas physical reality is fact. Fact is constantly coming and going, but imagination always is. And imagination is always turning into fact. Whatever you imagine is always turning into fact. The truth is always turning into fact. Fact comes and goes. Truth is eternal. Truth is whatever you want it to be, whatever you truly believe in, and truly whatever you like come from, right? The state that you have claimed. But fact is just whatever, that you have imagined, negative or positive, and it constantly is coming and going. So are you going to believe in fact, which is constantly coming and going, which has no real isness? Or are you going to believe in the truth, which is always present, which is something that you always have access to, which is something that is your true power? That's what you have to decide. And that's how you have to navigate this journey. Let me just see if I missed something from the quote that I want to discuss. Exactly. So this line really connected with me when Neville said, but if every little rumor, doubt, or fear can move you around like a pawn on a chessboard, then you are not keeping faith. And so how many people do you see, and maybe you're even one of them, that they believe, oh yeah, I create my own reality, and they go for this process, but they're constantly just being swayed by all the negative things, and like they're blaming their reality alone. Like, this person is making me feel negative. I wish this didn't exist so I wouldn't feel negative. Not realizing that those things are very reflections of them, and that they're not transcending. They're literally validating them by reacting to those things. And I have a quote right back here. It says, how quickly something manifests physically is sometimes dependent on how you react to things that seemingly contradict your chosen creation. The next steps after assuming a new creation is not receiving manifestation, but reacting to the unwanted in a new way. And that's powerful. So after you choose your new creation, now literally just take one step in front of the other, not waiting for anything, but knowing it's coming about, and reacting to anything that is unwanted in a new way, rather than the way that you always used to react to them. React to them through the lens of the new you rather than the old you. Don't give in to them, transcend them. Your reality is trying to make you crawl back to itself. Don't crawl back. Be the bigger you. Know the bigger picture. And continue focused, being focused within, dwelling within your vision. All right? So again, if you want me to expand on this further and how to make it even more practical to maintain this faith throughout this journey and finally create the life you truly want to live through a higher consciousness mindset, click the link in the description box below. Watch my free workshop in which under 30 minutes, I break down this entire process, the 4 main principles of manifestation for you, okay? I've been getting incredible feedback from you guys for that workshop. Thank you, and I'm glad that it's helping you a lot. So if you haven't watched it yet, link is down there. Just click the link. It'll take you straight to the page. But that's all I have for today. I hope you have a great day. If you enjoyed this video and gained value from it, give me a thumbs up and share this video with a friend as well, okay? Subscribe to the channel, and I will see you in the next video. Thank you.